Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here to talk about Mickey 17 from acclaimed Oscar-winning director Bong Joon Ho of Parasite fame. Mickey 17 is a science fiction comedy, dark comedy, starring Robert Pattinson, Steven Yeun, Naomi Ackie, Mark Ruffalo, Toni Collette. Robert Pattinson plays a man who has to flee the earth because he owes some mobster money. Toni Collette and Mark Ruffalo play a failed politician couple who have decided to go colonize this snowy planet off-world away from Earth. And the only way for Robert Pattinson's character to survive and to get off-world immediately is to become an expendable. This movie was a lot and weird in only a way that Bong Joon Ho could deliver, and for that, I liked it, if not loved it. The first 30 minutes, I will say, were probably the weakest because I wasn't too sure where the movie was going outside of the trailer. I don't really know much about the source material of this book. So again, kind of just went into it like Bong Joon Ho. Parasite, I'm in. Robert Pattinson, I know he's always out here trying to flex and extend his acting capabilities, and that's one of my favorites. I love character actors. I love actors who delve into the role, and Robert Pattinson, he loves doing that. We can all agree. Naomi Ackie, I hope I'm saying her name right. If not, please forgive me. But she was a breath of fresh air. I'm going to leave a little bit of spoiler for the end because I want to talk specifically about her character role in this movie and how it was such a breath of fresh air that I honestly wasn't expecting. I'm kind of shocked that a lot of the themes of this movie has stayed quiet for as long as it did, honestly. Another character that Robert Pattinson had great chemistry with was Steven Yeun. Steven Yeun plays his best friend, quotations loosely. I wouldn't even say they're friends, but Steven Yeun plays Mickey's best friend from Earth who kind of gets him involved in this scheme with mobsters that leads to them having to bail off Earth. But again, Mickey Barnes is portrayed as a very like soft-spoken, gentle, nice guy, like quintessential nice guy, timid. And Steven Yeun's character is definitely like embezzling money from the side, signing bad deals, not letting you know the full scopes of the contract that you have signed. So two very different characters who have like made deals that will now see them having to run off Earth immediately. So again, Mickey's an expendable. Basically means he is able to be cloned every time he dies. This is something that is illegal on Earth, can only take place off Earth because of the callousness humanity always ends up exerting when it comes to cloning. Mickey's journey from original Mickey to Mickey 18 is a cerebral one, filled with laughs along the way. Robert Pattinson does a fantastic job in portraying not one, but two distinct personalities. A lot of actors are not strong enough to play two characters, let's just be honest about it, but Robert Pattinson executes well, to the point where I sometimes was so enamored with the movie that I forgot, like, oh, that's also Rob Patterson. Like, he doesn't have a twin. Mark Ruffalo and Toni Collette play an egotistical political couple. Again, they failed on Earth and have decided to go colonize this snowy off-world planet. And they have very authoritarian tendencies, occult-like personalities. It's very reminiscent of, certain people in current day, and that kind of took me out of the movie. I will not lie, it felt a bit uncomfortable because what the movie was portraying is the satirization of what we are currently living. So yeah, it was a little bit uncomfortable. Mark Ruffalo is also the second Marvel's actor to decide to put on this portrayal of a Trump-like character. And as someone who is living in hell because of the landscape currently, it's awkward. You kind of like go to the movies to escape that. So when I see it on screen, ew, just a little bit, just a lot. And honestly, that makes me even more surprised that this got made. If you saw my review of Captain America Brave New World, I spoke about sort of how that movie got chopped to pieces in terms of re-editing. And I am happy happy that that did not touch this, because people are definitely censoring the way we are seeing movies come out in Hollywood. Altogether, Mickey 17 is not for the faint of heart, but I will say if you're a fan of Bong Joon Ho, this definitely has its visual and thematic stamp of appeal in terms of exploring topics like greed, classism, class solidarity, individual motivation, coupled with macro exploration of how society at a larger structure affects like basically everybody else, sort of like how we split up. Like I really like, just this theme of Mickey Barnes, just a guy who wants to start a business and going into a bad deal, now having to, it's kind of the equivalent of selling your kidney, except in this case Mickey is selling his body. When they get to space, every time there's a dangerous job, he gets to be the one to do it, which means every time he dies, he is reprinted. We actually see him coming out of this machine like a piece of paper, and it's just so creepy and gross and cool because of the way his body kind of limps through when we see this human being basically get reprinted, die. And the way he dies sometimes, and I could see why this ends up being like illegal on Earth, because it's like, what do you mean we have multiple human beings? We're still very limited at the idea of the soul, right? Like if you now have clones of people, which one is the soul, which one is the body, which one is the original? And oh my God, I think that itself is going to give me so much to think about in the coming days. Because what do you mean you have this person who ends up getting treated, and Mickey is treated so badly. Like they'll also have moments where they tell him to just go outside and breathe the air because they want to see if the air is has any toxin that's like harmful to human beings, and we see him die over and over and over again. And like there are moments where he doesn't even have to die, but the idea of, well, we can just reprint him, we don't have to bother. That is the harrowingness of humanity. And again, I feel like because I've only watched this once, I'm not able to fully pick up on all of the themes, but that's a Bong Joon Ho film. I think people just sort of assume like everybody understood Parasite from the get-go. No, people are slow, and I include myself in people. Bong Joon Ho is a filmmaker whose films have to marinate. You just don't go watch it and like, oh, I get it. It's many themes, it's layers, it's like, yeah, it's a puzzle piece that you have to deconstruct, and one thing can spiral into many things. So I think anybody who goes and says, oh, I get it, you're a goddamn liar, unless you're like, yeah, no, let it marinate. Let the thought marinate through you. The budget for Mickey 17 was $120 million. So far, weekend, it's looking like it's probably going to bring in $20 to $30 million. Will it make its money back? I do not care. I am not David Zaslav. Now, side note, this is a Warner Brothers vehicle. This was also supposed to come out 2 years ago about. It was pushed back now. My fanfic is David Zaslav was like, what do you mean we gave $120 million to Bong Joon Ho to create a cerebral movie that takes place in outer space? I am sure that... You guys see how how the New York streets do me dirty when I'm trying to record? Leave a like. I am sure David Zaslav, when he came on, was like, what do you mean we gave $120 million to a South Korean man to make a movie where people think? I'm sure he tried to find a way to axe it, get it off the books, get like a tax write-off. And I am sure Bong Joon Ho has very good lawyers, and that is why a year and a half too later this movie is getting released. Folks are out there like, oh, what if it doesn't make its money back? I don't care. My job as a viewer is not, I don't care if you spent half a $1 trillion on making a movie. I should not have to care as the moviegoer. And I need more moviegoers to stop caring, because honestly, at the end of the day, we don't know the true math. We don't know the true numbers. We don't know what's going on when accounting is finalizing the numbers for how this plays. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the movie. I'm happy we got a different movie. I'm happy we got a movie that is not catering to the biggest denomination of humanity. Not everyone will like it, and that's fine. Not behave. Not everyone will like it, and that's fine. Watch it with an open mind and leave. Like, I know everything that's out there is not for me. It's okay, but we should not be limiting good artists, good actors, good directors to a certain type of movie without a budget because it's not going to make it back. I don't care. Give good movies to good directors, to good actors, so they can make good movies so we, the audience, can enjoy it. So all of that said, if you're looking for a different type of movie, if you're a fan of science fiction, if you're a fan of like Prometheus, Alien, stuff like that, absolutely watch this. I think it was very entertaining. I think it's different. I think we absolutely need more movies like this. And I hope it does make enough money for like Hollywood to not be like, ah. But if it doesn't, oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. A good movie is a good movie. This is a good movie. And I feel like people are limiting the fact that it's good by equaling, will it make its money back? And we need to take that off the table and just look at it as the work of art that it is. Is it good? Yes. Is it enjoyable? Yes. Done. So if you're looking for something different, something out the box, something entertaining, check out Mickey 17. I enjoyed it, and that's all that matters, honestly. A little spoiler that I did want to talk about was Naomi Aki. Again, apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I did not know Robert Pattinson had a black female lead in this movie. Loved it. I love how it's a very the cast is blended. It's not like a movie full of Matt Damons. I loved seeing how Nasha sort of became the cornerstone for Mickey 17 and Mickey 18, who had such different personalities, and how that sort of became the driving motivation for him to not die. It was so sweet. And the scenes where he'd be like getting her dressed and ready for work. Like, as a black woman, of course, I'm gonna say I love it because, yeah, we are being worshipped on a screen, on a platform. We normally don't see black women getting to be soft. We don't get to see us in love and happy and quirky. And even when there were moments where Nasha was very much like, she got this, she'll like choke you out, or she can fight, we saw equal parts of her as just like a person. And I love that. I truly love that. Was not expecting it. I was like, let me find out. They basically got a black woman in here being a co-lead of this movie, and it was like under the radar. I haven't been hearing any articles of like, oh, is Bong Joon Ho's latest movie woke? Like, whatever. But yeah, I love Nasha. I love Mickey 17. I love, spoiler, I love the whole quadruple. No, that's not how that works. Basically, I love how she was just like, you're 17, you're 18, and you're both mine. Like, and I loved how both of them were like, well, I'm going to have to kill you now because Nasha's mine. Like, I love Nasha. So yeah, that was a little surprise and a little treat for me. But yeah, outside of that, really enjoyed it. I hope you guys checked it out. If you did, please let me know what you thought in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not? And what are your thoughts? But outside of that, I hope you guys have enjoyed my review of Mickey 17. Go ahead and make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And we'll do this again soon. Bye.